What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Trades and Gains. I'm your host, Max Pitts, and Wall Street roared back today. And I mean, really roared back like a drunk guy at a karaoke belting, "Don't Stop Believin'" at 1 a.m. The Dow popped 800 or 580 points, tech hit fresh highs, and traders somehow decided that tariffs, bad jobs data, and looming recession vibes were just minor inconveniences. Yeah, because nothing says buy stocks like a president threatening 41% tariffs on Swiss watches while the job market collapses faster than Peloton stock. Let's be honest here, folks. So here's the setup. Friday was a dumpster fire, a tariff-fueled jobs report from hell dumpster fire. But Monday, Monday was dip buyers on Red Bull. The S&P was up 1.5%, the Nasdaq up nearly 2%, and mega cap tech is ripping. Nvidia, Meta, and Microsoft all up big today. Now, why did this happen? Two words: rate cuts. Traders are now pricing in a 90% chance the Fed cuts in September. That's right, weak labor market, bad for Main Street. But for Wall Street, that's basically Black Friday at Best Buy. Of course, this is basically like finding out your car is on fire and saying, well, at least my insurance premiums are going down. Now, what's driving this rebound exactly? Well, the trade war is back. And this time, it's personal. Trump's slapping tariffs of up to 41% on multiple trading partners starting this week. Monday, he threatened India over buying Russian oil. And Swiss watchmakers, well, they're starting at a 39% import tax, meaning your 10K Rolex could soon cost 14K. And no, the extra 4K does not come with a free yacht, unfortunately. UBS says tariffs won't kill the bull market unless they quote unquote spiral, which is basically like saying this marriage is fine unless we keep arguing about money, the kids, and my secret second family. Now, over 100 S&P 500 companies are reporting this week. PLTR after the bell tonight, fresh off a $10 billion Army contract. The street's expecting 39% year-over-year growth, which sounds great, until you remember earnings season is basically a blood sport. Also on deck, we have Eli Lilly and Disney later this week. Oh, and Amazon, it's still lagging in cloud growth because, well, Microsoft Azure and Google Cloud. That's why, which is basically like Amazon showing up to a Formula One race on a scooter at this point because, well, they're just not in it. Now, meanwhile, in the stock market weirdness here, we had AEO up 23% after Trump called their Sydney Sweeney ad the hottest, apparently. That's now a valid investment thesis. Weird? Sure. We'll take it. Coin, it downgraded to sell because, well, surprise, crypto might not actually go up forever here. And Figma, Figma, down 27% after its IPO sugar high wore off, which is what happens when the hype leaves the room and all you've got is the hangover, folks. Now, let's go ahead and switch gears here and head over to Investor Central Club. So let's talk options flow. Big money, unusual buys. This is the time where we get weird. So kicking things off with our biggest big money buys. Yes, that is a word twister if I've ever heard one before. But we had Mr. coming in hot and heavy with a $9.1 million bet here. It looks like someone has some faith in crypto, and that's due for October 17th of 2025. Someone thinks Bitcoin is apparently headed to the moon again, which, I mean, who knows? NVIDIA, we saw a litany of puts come in, 3.2 million coming in for the 150 strike, due for, well, February 2nd of 2026. It looks like someone isn't completely sold on NVIDIA holding up, or this AI rally holding hype up for this time because, well, yeah, it might have a speed limit here. Again, that natural progression will next, we're going to head into quantum computers. That's going to be how AI is going to be treated. And AI is going to be treated the way that, well, predictive analytics was. And then we also had 2.7 million in solar calls come in as well here. A very unusual, very, very unusual bet. And that's due for August 22nd of 2025, because apparently clean energy still has fans who own calculators. Oh, and gold, it's quietly sitting on 1.95 million in long dated calls here. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of our unusuals today. And as I mentioned, that gold long, 1.95 million. We're seeing some more NVIDIA bearishness. The 160 put due for September 5th of 2025, 1.83 million there. And then we had IWM come in with the 180 puts, 1.43 million due for that looks like September 30th of 2025. So it looks like someone thinks the small caps are about to get clapped. Now let's talk about some of our dark pool activity from today. Our total cost here, our leaders are going to be Apple. We had almost $1 billion poured, over $1 billion poured into Apple at the 203.35 spot. So it looks like someone might know something about Apple that's going on here, folks. Crazy, right? Or this is very stealthy distribution on their end. We also saw the same with Meta and Tesla. These are whale playgrounds. They're kind of the kind of place where billionaires whisper, don't tell anyone, but we're moving the market tomorrow. Those are what the dark pools do. So let's let you guys enjoy the rest of your night and wrap up this recap and get you going. So where does this leave us at exactly? Well, Monday's rally could have legs, or it could be the market equivalent of a dead cat bounce. Rate cuts are basically baked in, tariffs are lurking, earnings are a minefield, and big money is making some seriously loud bets. If you're trading, ride the momentum, but not for too long. Don't fall in love, okay? But because you got to keep that one hand near the eject button. And if you're investing, remember the market loves to rally right before it punches you in the face and slashes your Achilles and then divorces you and takes half of everything. I will see you all tomorrow. And please don't buy a Rolex this week unless you're cool with paying Tesla money for a watch. If you learned something today and enjoyed this, make sure you like, subscribe, turn on bell notifications so you never miss a Trades and Gains market update. See you guys tomorrow in the next one.